Okay, we have Regina joined us. Nice. I
Hey,
wasn't
Regina.
sure if you were going to get anybody else.
Awesome. We've got some cool crafts today to do.
And I think, yeah, looks like we're streaming live now.
Awesome.
Let me just see if I can try and find that.
While you're working on that, I could go ahead and introduce myself again. My name is Catherine O'Brien. I work for the main library in downtown Little Rock, and I am a teen programmer. So I work on the 4th floor of the main library, and I also do outreach. So I get to do really fun things like this, where I get to work with a lot of really awesome people and do crafts. And it's awesome. I have the best job ever. And Ed, if you'll just let me know whenever you're ready for me to start, I will go ahead and do that.
I think if you actually wanted to go ahead and jump in, I'm gonna go ahead and just share that link that we were talking about earlier. That way, if anybody joins a little bit later while we're doing it, they'll be able to jump right in and join us.
Okay, cool. Like I said, we have a couple different crafts. Like they're all pretty much the same, but they're done a little bit differently. So maybe they'll jump in at like one that they really like. So we're going to be making snowflakes today. So I thought it was very fitting for the weather outside. So a couple of the snowflakes that I've made look like this. They're just made out of paper. Here's a little bit more of like a detailed one. So in order to make this, there's a couple different ways. The main thing that you're going to need is just a writing utensil. So like I have a pen here. I chose a blue pen because it seemed colder, like blue seems cold. Anyway, so I got that. And then you'll also need something circular. So you'll want to get something that you can like trace a circle. That's not 100% necessary, but there's a couple different things that you probably have at home. Like I have a can right here, one of these big cans that will work to make a circle, or I have like a lid, a Tupperware lid. You could grab something like that, or you can just freehand it. It's no big deal if that's what you want to do. You'll also need paper. So grab a sheet of paper and a pen and we'll get started. So the first one I'm going to do doesn't require scissors at all. You don't even need scissors to do this one. So the first thing that you'll want to do is grab your piece of paper and fold it in half. Doesn't really matter which way you fold it, hamburger, hot dog style, doesn't matter. Just fold it in half. You have half a sheet of paper, and then I'm going to take I'm going to do a bigger circle. So I'm going to get my Tupperware lid, and I'm going to trace half of it. Whoops. So you get like half a circle like that. And then once you have your half circle, you're just going to like rip it. Like you're going to go along the circle there that you just traced and just start like ripping out your circle. You don't even need scissors to do this. Honestly, having like an uneven edge kind of adds to like the look of your snowflake, your finished product. So don't worry if it's not perfect. Like I always say, the best art isn't perfect. The best crafts aren't perfect. So there is mine. As you can see, totally not perfect, but that is okay. So when we open up our circle, it's going to look something like that. And then what you're going to do is we need to make some lines on it. So we're going to actually crease like different parts of the circle. So once you have it like this, you're going to fold it both ways. They're probably like, Miss Catherine, you always have me folding things. But it's just easy. It makes things very easy. So you'll have creases sort of like this. Then you'll want to fold it again, kind of overlapping those creases again. So you can get something that have those lines like this. And then let's do it one more time. You just want something with a bunch of these like crease lines on it. Like that. All right. So once you have that, the next thing you're going to do is just fold it along one of the lines. Maybe fold it again. That's fine. So you have something that looks like this. And then we're just going to start ripping. We're going to start like ripping a couple little holes in our thing. So I like to rip like the very end there, like the corner, the point, I guess. So that gives us like a middle thing like that. And then you can just start like, I like to make little like tears in it. And then you can just like tear that off. So it looks something like that. And then just do that all along those crease lines that you already created. Right. So you can see how that kind of looks. And I'm just going to keep going along. Just keep on doing it. This is a little bit time consuming, but I promise you it's worth it. It's going to look really cute when we get done. So we're still doing that. As you're doing this, you can also think about different ways that you're going to decorate your snowflake. So you can see this is the finished product that we're going to be making. And you can see that I kind of decorated it, colored with my pen or whatever, you know, writing utensil that you have. That just sort of makes it your own. I'm really curious if any of our viewers have been playing out in the snow during this crazy blizzard. Ed, have you been out in the snow at all?
I absolutely have. I went out yesterday, right before it started to come down. Mm-hmm. When it was coming down this morning, and then here maybe a couple of hours ago. So
cool.
I'm loving the snow. It's been like 3 years since I've seen it.
It has been a long time since we've had snow here. It really has. We've had several like just really boring winters.
Not even nice.
Oh, I know. It's just been boring. Okay, you guys. So what I'm doing is continuing to tear little holes all along the creases that you have. So just keep on doing that. Yeah, we also were out in the snow playing a little bit. We have a cat that we love, my husband and I, and she's very interested in the snow, but wants absolutely nothing to do with it. Like she just, every time we open our door, she loves to like look at it. But if we try to we have like an actual leash that we put on our cat, because we're those kind of people. And she does not want to go out in the snow. We used to have a dog a long time ago, and it makes me miss having a dog because dogs are so fun in the snow.
I don't know that that's a weird, like I could see myself doing that.
Really? Having a leash for your cat?
For your cat. I've seen, like, I don't feel comfortable with cats being anywhere near like the door to like go outside. It's just
yeah, definitely. I'd be really afraid that she would like get lost, especially because our cat is such a big baby. We adopted her. My husband adopted her before I met him, and she was like a street cat. And I think she still thinks that she's a street cat, but like she's not. She's very spoiled. So yeah, but she does not like the snow. She likes to look at it. She's very interested, but doesn't want to touch it.
Just a little too cold for her.
Yeah. Yeah, she's so funny. But yeah, it's been really pretty to watch. It's been a miracle that we haven't lost power.
Ooh, I know how you could get her out in the snow.
How?
Get a little laser pointer.
We do have one of those, and it is her favorite thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's so true.
I'll do the trick.
That's a good idea. I'll have to try that, and I'll report back to you guys next week about how that worked out, if she did go out. All right, you guys. So once you get done tearing across all of your little crease lines, you'll get something that looks sort of like this. Yours might look a little bit different, but that's okay. You might have made your little like center part differently or something like that, but that's totally cool. So once you have this, what you'll do is take your writing utensil, whatever you have, pen, pencil, whatever, and you can choose to decorate it, or you can choose, if you just like it this way, you can just leave it this way. I'm going to go around and just add some little decorations to mine. So I'll show you kind of what I got going on. And I am no artist, so this is a no judgment zone for Miss Catherine. I'm just gonna add some decorations to mine. Regina, have you been enjoying the snow?
Yes.
That's awesome. Have you been outside playing in it?
No, but I'm going today.
Oh, yay. It's a good day for it. It's getting really deep now.
Yep.
All right. So this is my decoration. Don't laugh. It's just very simple. But you can also choose to like go along the sides and like tear along the sides here, like along the edges. That can kind of give it a little bit more texture. But you just really take it from here and do whatever you like with this one. So that is the snowflake that you can make with no scissors, nothing. You just need paper and something to write with. So now I'm going to move on and show you guys how to make one that's a little bit more detailed, a little bit more, a couple more steps to this one, but let's do something like this, where we can do shapes. So you can see I did little hearts, little diamonds, stuff like that. So for this one, you will need scissors. So I have my scissors here. Be very careful if you're using scissors. So for this one, I'm going to take my big circle lid and I'm just going to trace a circle onto a piece of paper. You don't have to fold it or anything like that this time. I guess you could if you wanted to, but you don't have to. All right. So I have my circle here and now I'm just going to cut it out. Again, be very careful if you're using scissors. I don't want anybody getting hurt for snowflakes. This one is going to be really quick. All right. So now I have my cutout circle here, and all you need to do to get started on this one is to fold it again. We're going to do like the same kind of thing, just going to fold it a couple of different places to make those creases so that we know where to make our shapes. So if anybody here, anybody watching has made like snowflakes before, a lot of times you can like cut whenever it's like this, you can make your little designs when it's already folded. That's a way you can definitely do it. That'll make something like this if you want to go ahead and start cutting it like this. But to make these little like intricate shapes and stuff, I'm going to show you guys how I did that. So now that we've made our creases, we're going to have something that looks like this again, sort of how we started off before. Let's see. I'm going to fold it into a half circle, and along this crease, I'm going to just start cutting out little shapes. So I'm going to do hearts again. So the way you do a heart is you like cut a little bit there, and you turn it. You're kind of making like a half heart. So you see how that looks? Yeah. So then whenever you open it, it makes a heart. So I'm just gonna keep going with that. Do it on the other side. All right, so now I have my hearts there. So then I'm gonna switch to another one of my crease lines. And this time I think I'll do little triangles. So I'm gonna go through and cut little triangles out. So you can see there, it kind of looks like a diamond. I guess it makes like a diamond shape. So I'm gonna go through and do that a few times. And this can be as detailed or as simple as you want it to be. So it's all completely up to you. And no, like I said a million times, no two snowflakes will look the same. And that's what makes them so awesome. So you can see there, I've got some little diamond shapes. Just moving on through our creases. What am I gonna do? I think on this one, I'll just do some little slits. So you can see how I'm just making some little slits there on my paper. Another important thing to remember when you're making snowflakes is that both sides don't have to be 100% symmetrical if you don't want them to be. They can just be however you want them to be. So now that I have my little slits on each side, I can go through and like fold them open. So I'll show you guys kind of what I'm doing there. So you guys can see how I kind of folded those. And if anybody watching needs me to slow down or do something again, feel free to just like comment or let us know, and I'll be happy to do that. So there are my little, that's what my like slits last step ended up looking like. I think those look really cool. I like those a lot, that little step. All right, and I'm on to my last crease line for this particular snowflake. I think I'll just do little circles for this one. Sometimes simple is good. All right, so there are all of my little shapes cut out on all of my crease lines. That's what it ends up looking like. So now, as you can see with my original example, I have this nice little like fringe on the outside. So I'm gonna go ahead and start doing that to the edges of my new one. So the way I'm gonna do that is, again, very carefully. I'm going to start cutting along the edge and just making like little slits into the edge, but be very careful while you're doing this not to cut into your shape. So you don't want to cut into the shapes that you've already cut. But if you do, it's not the end of the world. So I'm just gonna do that. You can make them as long or as short as you want to. All right. It's always kind of fun. I always think of like, you know, at the library, we have like story time and stuff. And I always think about like, we used to do this thing that was, you'd give like paper a haircut. It's always really fun. That's what this reminds me of. You know, you're a children's librarian when cutting paper reminds you of haircuts.
It's a good way to start practicing.
Yeah, it's kind of, we get kids used to cutting paper and stuff, so it's really fun. They always really enjoy it. If you wanted to add this like technique to your other snowflake, if you don't have scissors, you can totally still add this like fringe technique to your other snowflake just by ripping a couple of little tears along the edges, and it'll look just as cool. So if you're at home following along and you don't have scissors, you can totally still do this. And again, another cool thing you can do here is use your writing utensil, so your pen, pencil, marker, whatever, and add your own design or colors or whatever you want. Oops, I cut into my shape. That's okay. All right, you guys. Getting close to being done with mine. Hey, Ed, what is your favorite cold weather beverage? Like, what do you like to drink the most when it's cold?
I'm actually a coffee person, though occasionally I do like hot chocolate and tea. My favorite thing to do, this might seem strange, I don't really do it that much anymore because I don't get like the shakes for free, but I used to drink like white chocolate shakes.
Ooh, that sounds so good.
But really, I would say probably that, or like if the like hot chocolate that's like white chocolate, or the white mocha.
Yeah, I love white mocha. Like, that's my drink. I don't go to Starbucks very often, but I also like coffee a lot. Coffee is my drink. But I'm like, it's so funny because coffee is my drink of choice, but I'm like the furthest thing from a coffee snob that there's ever been. Like, I'm just like, if it's coffee, I'll drink it. But at Starbucks, I like the white chocolate mocha. That's my favorite drink. Regina, what about you? What's your favorite cold weather drink? What do you like to drink when it's cold?
Coffee.
Oh yeah, you like coffee too?
Yep.
We're a bunch of coffee drinkers around here.
Yep.
Ready for my white mocha when all the snow stops.
Yeah, me too. That sounds so good. We did have some really good hot chocolate we got over Christmas that I've been like wanting to try. So maybe today would be a good day for that. All right, you guys. So this is what mine turned out looking like. I got my fringe on there, got my little shapes and everything. And here's my other one that I tore that I didn't have to use my scissors on. And I think they're both really cool. I really liked this craft a lot. So I hope that other people really like it. What about you, Ed? What does yours look like?
So my no scissors one actually looks horrible compared to.
No, I love it. But that one looks great. They both look great.
There's a very noticeable difference. I actually tried to do the little typical designs you would see in a snowflake, but
Yeah.
can't see it really well. I just kind of cut into the paper, but didn't really cut anything out.
I still think it looks awesome. Like, the cool thing about snowflakes is that like you can't really get it wrong. Like, they're all so different that they all look great. They're all awesome. But Regina's snacking. She's got some snacks.
I thought I saw her working on something over there. She doesn't want to. It can't be worse than mine. can't be
Yeah,
worse.
I mean, or like I've got a couple over here. Like mine I was working on turned out kind of random as well.
It does, so it look like we have a couple of youth that were on, unfortunately they weren't able to access the Zoom link, or they're having some difficulty doing that today. But I just want to share with you, we have a couple of people on our YouTube account who seemed like they were very interested.
Oh,
Yeah, one says they've been outside, yeah, enjoying kind of doing the craft, sounds like.
oh, yay, awesome. Yeah, we did ask like if people have been out in the snow and stuff. So cool. I hope everybody is staying safe while they're out.
Yeah, she said that she's been eating snow, I think. So,
Oh gosh, you're really brave. I know some people make snow ice cream. That's really fun. That looks fun. I like homemade ice cream, but I'm not sure I would make it with any of the snow around here.
no,
I don't know.
maybe not.
It's questionable, that's for sure. But that is all I have for you guys today with the craft is just the snowflakes. Remember that you can make them any size, any shape, any design that you want. You can make them any size. Here's another one that I kind of made to just test out my ideas before we got on live. So there's really no wrong way. And I definitely encourage everybody to be creative while you're at home for the snow. Like enjoy your time, do some art therapy. It's fun. It's nice to do some different crafts. So try it out.
You can decorate your home with while stuck inside.
They're great to put in the window.
If nobody has anything to share, I think we're gonna go ahead and close out.
Yep. I will go ahead and add before we do that the library is closed, just in case anybody out there wasn't sure about that or uses the library often. All of our branches are currently closed right now, which means that meal service and things like that are suspended for the time being. But if you follow our Facebook page or check our website, the website is CALS, CALS.org. If you check our website, we'll have live updates on there all the time. So if you need to know if the library is open, that's a great place to go. Just one more time, the website is CALS, CALS.org. Just so you know, gotta plug the library in there, you know.
And I think on that note, so the Little Rock buses are actually not running. However, some of the warming centers are definitely open during this period. I think if somebody needs that service, just encourage them to contact one of us. They can reach out to, I'm sure Deidre absolutely wouldn't mind. I know myself. I'm sure Catherine as well probably that information. So just kind of putting that out there as well.
Yep, and you can reach a library employee at all times through our social media. Like even when the library is closed, we're still monitoring that. So if you have a question or if there's anything that we can help you with, feel free to direct message the library and someone will respond.
All right, I think we're gonna wrap up there.
Awesome.
Thanks everybody who joined us.
Yeah, definitely.
No class tonight at 8. That one was canceled, but we will hopefully see you guys tomorrow.
All right. Have a great week, everybody. Stay safe. Bye.
Bye, everybody. See ya.